Welcome everyone for a special edition, late night edition of TJ Speaks. Okay, today's topic we're going to be discussing today really quick. It's something that I really just wanted to say. I believe that with all of the lawsuits for the past 30 years concerning affirmative action, or 40 years concerning affirmative action, I think it's time for universities to consider ending the college entrance exams. It is time for universities to end these college exams. And the reason why I say this is because these college entrance exams are being manipulated for the sole purpose of a lawsuit. Students are using these college entrance exams as some sort of tool to try to um, explain away why they were not accepted into the university. And I think after 30 years plus of lawsuits, pointing to test scores. I think too much emphasis is on this one particular exam. These, I don't think any of the college exams, entrance exams, can really measure um, the outcomes for the student. I don't think it doesn't measure or sum up the body of work, 12 years of work that each student possessed. Um, so that's why I am saying I see the reason for ending the college entrance exams. It wasn't meant to be used in this manner. It was supposed to be a nice little tool or something to help assist colleges. But now the college entrance exams, it just became a liability. You know, you have some students, you know, they take entrance exams as a sport. All right. So these entrance exams became a sport for some people and in some cultures. And that shouldn't be, that's not going to really give you an accurate picture of whether or not a student matches your school, whether or not a student is a good fit for your university. All right. Whether or not that student can actually succeed in that school. Because if you was training for an entrance exam, um, you know, as a sport, you're going to do excellent on the entrance exam. But when it comes to actual critical thinking, applying knowledge, and so forth outside of the exam topics, remember, the entrance exam only give you a limited amount of topics. It's not everything. So outside of those topics, can you succeed? That's the question. That is the question. And so that's it. That's pretty much that's my point of view. And I think after 45 years plus, or you got universities that have been admitting students for 100 years. For let's just say for the last 45 years, I believe Harvard and Yale and Stanford and the Ivy Leagues, they know exactly what kind of student will succeed in their college. They know exactly what kind of qualities a good match for their school looks like. And I don't think they need the entrance exams to tell them that. They can look. I believe that the Harvard and the Ivy League universities can evaluate accurately a student's performance. They can evaluate the student directly. There is so much information that each student is coming forth with. They can bring you a sample of their work. You can speak to the student. I don't think that college entrance exams should be counted at all. I think if you have a bright student, I think the professors um, can tell a bright student. I think the professors have way more experience and knowledge, and they are very capable of finding the right student for the university. And I think this heavy reliance on the college entrance exam has just gotten so out of control. It's been used as a tool for lawsuits. If it was me in my business, I wouldn't use it because it's a liability. Every student that has a score 1 point over the next, they think that this is some type of open competitive exam. And that's what they're making the college entrance exam as some open competitive test. And they're making the colleges liable now for these exam results. And that wasn't the purpose of these exams. These exams were not designed to be the deciding factor for the universities. Somewhere along the line, the idea got blurred, and these students feel entitled because of a test score, a singular test score. So the other student can outshine them in every area, but they want particular groups of people want only the universities because they said so. They are dictating to the universities what's the priority. And they want the universities to only focus on test scores. Well, maybe you don't want to run your university like that. Maybe you want to dig deeper into the students. Okay? Maybe you're looking for something more than a test score. That's so rudimentary. Because we all know people can have a bad day. The perfect match for your school can have a bad day and get a bad test score. But if when they call that young person into the office and you speak to that young person, they jump off. They just jump off the pages. They are really impressive. Okay, I think the heavy reliance on these college entrance exams is a big scam. I think the time has come to an end for the college entrance exams. It's time for the colleges to take the training wheels off and do what they do best. These are educators. They know intelligent people when they come across them. It is time for them to regain control of their missions and not allow students to dictate who they admit and what the priorities are, what the what do you call that criteria is. Because right now I believe that certain particular students want to dictate the criteria to benefit them in their favor, of course. And they will rather the universities be monolithic in the student body. And I don't think that's what the universities want. I don't think the universities want to go back in time. Time will tell. Maybe they will go back in time and just be all one race. But I think we possibly might have gotten past that point. And so out with affirmative action and also out with this college entrance exam. It's being used as a weapon. And that's not what college entrance exams were designed to do. It wasn't designed to find who is the superior race of intellect. It was just a simple tool to see if you can make it into college. And I think so far, Harvard and universities have proven their ability to select the right students because look at their outcomes. Their outcomes is flawless. If it were me, I would stand by my own abilities. I wouldn't rely on the college entrance exams. This way, the students can no longer use it as part of their lawsuit to say somebody discriminated against them. That's my thought. Anyway, have a great day, guys. I'm glad you joined me today on this quick little brief of TJ Speaks. Good night.